Let's build the easiest bone meal farm for Minecraft Bedrock 1.19. The first thing you need to do is find yourself an ocean or a lake, preferably an ocean though, and we're going to go down to the ocean floor. We're then going to build a giant pillar of blocks all the way up to the surface. Then we can break these two blocks right here, place down a magma block on that block right there, and then we're going to place down 18 magma from this block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, so that we have 18. After you have the 18 blocks of magma, we're going to add 2 blocks on both sides of this magma strip, just like so, and we can go ahead and get rid of this pillar, just like so. We're then going to build down by 2 blocks on both of these sides, just like so, and then we're going to run blocks all the way across underneath of the magma, leaving a 1 block gap like this. We're going to add powered rails on both sides of this strip, and then we're going to place down levers to just power those powered rails like so. We're going to find the middle of the farm, which happens to be right here, and then we're going to go ahead and place down some temporary blocks right here, come around to the other side and run 2 hoppers into those temporary blocks, and then on the front side we're going to break the temporary blocks and place down a double chest, just like so. We're then going to grab our normal rails and connect up this giant line, and then shift click on top of those hoppers, and then run more rails across here. And then we're going to grab a minecart hopper and place it on one of these powered rails and push it against the wall, and then it's going to go across, and this is going to be the collection system for the farm. As you can see, it's going to pass back and forth, and all of the items are going to get put into this chest. We're going to grab some blocks now, and we're just going to box this off so no baby drowns or salmon or anything knocks into that minecart, just like so. And then we're going to come back around onto the other side and break these 2 blocks above the chest and replace them with glass blocks, so that way you can still open up the chest. Also, now is a good time to mention that if you want to have this be like an area where you can breathe in, then either A, get a conduit, or B, just create a little airlock room here, and then you can access all of your items. Now, on the surface of the ocean, we are going to build out by 9 blocks on both of these blocks in both directions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And we're going to come over here and do the exact same thing, just like so, and then go ahead and connect it up in the back. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And go ahead and connect this up just like so to create a giant square. And when this is all done, if my calculation is correct, it should be 9, 10, 19 by 19 blocks. And this is what it should look like. And a quick and easy way to double check is make sure that you can place down 8 soul sand in both directions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And on this side, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So as you can see, this is how it should be. 8 soul sand and 8 soul sand, and then the magma strip in the middle. Now, all we're going to do now is fill in this massive area with all of the soul sand that you have collected to create a giant platform of soul sand with the magma blocks not having any soul sand. And this is what it should look like after all the soul sand is in place. And let's quickly just remove all of the water from the magma strip. So place down temporary blocks. It doesn't have to be soul sand. Just make sure to clear out the water. And then we're going to come through here and we're going to break all of those soul sand blocks. We're then going to grab our signs, and we're going to place down signs going all the way across the magma strip, and then we're going to place down signs going all the way across the sign strip, just like so. And I like to change directions just to have a little bit of variation. What this is going to do is it's going to keep all of the water from outside of the magma strip, so that when the fish come in here, they can't escape this, well, death pit. After you've placed down all the signs, we're going to create another layer of blocks here, just creating a giant square. And we want this square to be 2 blocks taller than it already is. So we're going to go around once with the blocks, and then we're going to go around with the blocks once more, just like this. And we're going to go all the way around the farm. Alright, this is by far the worst part of the build, but stick with me because it is definitely worth it. All we're going to do now is we're going to cover this bottom layer with water. So just go across the back here and then go across one of the sides, and it should fill up like so all the way across here, just like that. And this should all be bubble columns due to the soul sand. What this is going to do is it's going to allow the fish to spawn, and then they're going to come up to the top layer of the water. We're going to do the same thing over here, so go across and then go across the back just like this. Doesn't matter which way you do first, and it's going to come across to create another solid bit of water. But you might be wondering how we're going to get the fish over here. What we need to do now is cover this floor with slabs. That way the bottom layer of water is preserved, and then we are going to run water streams on top of the water. It's going to look really weird, but just trust me, this is what you need to do, and this is going to work wonders. This farm makes so much bone meal, but once we're done covering the bottom layer with slabs, we can go across the back now with our water buckets, and this water stream is going to be carried all the way over to the magma. And you might be wondering, why can't we just place the water streams going across? This is what happens if you do. Now, that's not what we want. As much as those items look like they're going to head over into the magma, they're just going to end up bouncing around, and we're going to lose a lot of drops. So this is the way we got to do it. And then after you have these water streams, you're going to go in and break all of these slabs, and then you are going to have the bubble columns. So then they're going to get pushed across like so, and the bubble columns are going to push them up to the top layer, and this thing works wonders. I think I've said that like 10 times, but this is probably one of my favorite farms. One thing to note though is that you should probably do one side first and then this side. That way you don't have to double up on the slabs. You can do one side, have those slabs, and then do the other side with those slabs. And it's a lot easier to place the slabs on the bottom layer like this. However, if you accidentally did place them on the top layer, you can break them. It's just a lot more annoying to end up getting rid of the slabs and placing the slabs. So why not just place them on the floor like this? All right, this is what it should look like when it's done. See what I meant about it looking weird? You have all the soul sand bubbles, but then you also have the water streams. Also, you can see that while we were building it, we got some fish in here, so we can actually go check some of these rates, and this guy will fall shortly. I actually don't know. Oh, he's just caught. He'll eventually fall when he starts flapping around. But if we go down here and we check what we've already got 1 bone and 4 fish, and that was well, we were in range of the spawning spots, so they could barely spawn inside the farm. That just shows how efficient this thing is. But the only thing left to do now is to get yourself an AFK platform. So what I like to do is just go over to this magma strip here, and we're going to place 16 scaffolding. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then we want to build, oh geez, that's a lot of fish. Yeah, this thing works insanely quickly. And then just kind of build over a couple blocks just so that you're more centered and the entire farm is loaded in. Doesn't really matter. 5 will do. As you can see, we can't build any farther than that. But then I recommend placing down an actual block here and like building a chamber. I don't have any building blocks in my inventory, but you know what I mean, right? Just build a chamber so that phantoms don't get you. But if we AFK up here for like even 5 minutes, we're going to get so many drops from this farm. It'll be absolutely ridiculous. All right, I think it's been about 5 minutes. If not, it's been slightly under, slightly over. I'm not crazy accurate here, but whoa, that was a lot of fish there. This thing is, because pretty much what's happening when you're up there is all of the fish in the area are spawning inside your farm. Oh my goodness, that is literally like 5 minutes of AFK, if not a little bit less. And we have got over a stack of fish. It's still coming in, and we've got 27 bones here, which would make just over a stack of bone meal, meaning that this farm produces about 20 stacks of bone meal an hour. I don't know if my math was fully correct on that. I'm gonna say it was though. So 20 stacks of bone meal an hour. This thing is absolutely crazy. It's by far the best bone meal farm that you can have in Minecraft Bedrock 1.19. All right, that's gonna do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, then please be sure to smash that subscribe button and leave a like. It really would mean the world to me. And hopefully you guys get plenty of bone meal. Mine was 1UpMC, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.